Hello, now then, and welcome back. This is episode number 16 of the Ironglide Iron Teeth hard mode playthrough. Today, we are going to see the back end of this here Bad Tide, with just shy of 10 days left to go, not 9.5. Last time, which was the return to the beavers, we started digging a giant pit down under here, and we started to create a little platform here to host the, or what will be, the new village central up here. Plan was to build it over this here farm, which I think we have successfully done, although it would be nice to get this to be solid, which I don't think I was very wrong. I was going to say I don't think it will reach, but I think it very much will. So with this revelation, we can do this, and they can work on this while we've got plenty of time. They should be able to reach that. Yes, good. So the beavers can work on that at their leisure. We could probably extend this out a little bit more this way, if needs be. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just put in a little path just to help them out, but don't think we need to worry too much about it. But they should be able to build it from underneath. Anyway, hopefully not trampling all over the beautiful canola. This got built last time as well, so we should be creating eggplant rations as well. So with any luck, we'll be able to increase the beaver's well-being with some additional foods. It looks like they're going down a treat, so that's given us some good bonus there. We can probably start to worry about coffee and whatnot, probably up here when we move them up. So the kind of I'm aiming to do is turn this into farms, as it's now Bad Tide proof, and move housing up here and store any of the finished goods up here with them, just so that when they go to bed, they can get up and get it sorted. Or in Coffee's case, probably not so much last thing at night, otherwise they'll not be sleeping. Last time we also started this monstrosity down here. Now this was, or is, for the power that's going to run all the way to the end of the map. Though, I have been thinking, dangerous, I know, but I'm just wondering if it'd be easier just to create like a tower that's just this deep and a bit smaller, and then just run it off this way rather than dig all of this out. Maybe abandon this and see if we can get it over multiple layers, so we can expand it as we go, basically, rather than just dig down and hide it, because realize that we did this last time, and while it worked really well, it kind of couldn't see it. So I'm thinking now, at least, is take out most of this before it's too deep. I think what I would like to do, though, is see how many of these giant wheels we can get in here, which probably won't show me because we don't really have the ability to put them on here. So I could just dig it this way and then run just a little path and just start here and then just dig all the way down and then just build the layers on top of each other. So I think I am going to do that just for a bit of variety and a bit of fun. So let's just go back down to here and just literally pause all this. That should stop them from exploding anything, and hopefully we are... Yes, we do. So, looks like these trees are all paused, but trust me when I say they ain't. So, time to do a bit of demolition. So, let's get a couple of lumberjack flags up here. Luckily we have 3 spare beavers, so that works out nicely. And I would like this area completely devoid of trees. That's a shame. Let's just shift this guy out slightly. There we go, just on the cusp. And they can take that wood wherever they need to take it. And that keeps all of their spare beavers currently busy. We're going to need to worry about that staffing problem when this water comes back in 6 days. But for now, we do have this set up quite nicely. So that is probably something that should be prioritised with the haulers. I think I have more things prioritised than I do haulers, to be fair. Let's just have a look. Half of them are turned off, so, but yes. Yes, there's 14 there. So ideally we need another hauling post, looking at that. Although that's only down to 5, so could up that to the 10, so that gives us 30. So that should ease things. We don't actually have the beavers for that, but these 6 baby beavers down here, of which none are nearly ready. Meh, I'll get there eventually. They should grow up and fill those spots eventually. Right, so let's... good. We've got... so this is going to be our entrance up into the area. They can get that built as and when. And I would like to keep them raised, because I would like to keep the area down here available for more canola, because I'm probably going to need more of this. Eggplants, let's see how they're doing. Probably less so, but there isn't many of them. There is quite a bit of corn. In fact, while we're here, I may just plant all this corn. I will change that for eggplant, so take that out when it's ready and put some more eggplants in when we can. Is that where they? Yeah, it seems like that's just a tad too far out. Never mind. We'll get some more there eventually. We'll let them work on that at their own leisure. So let's just put some more of these in. What we like for the blocks, planks, logs. Yeah. So I'm going to probably foolishly lay these in now, but it will be perfectly fine for what we want them to do. So let's see. We could put these in. That's 16. That's 8. We do get more over the same area. So I think these are our winner, to be honest. And what I want to do is probably leave a gap. Might put some things down here. So probably some decorations that they can look at. That's going to give them a bit of a boost. Perhaps a shrub. Bench doesn't give us anything. And a lantern. So we could stick this in here and the lantern on the back. Or this at the back and the lantern on the front. Whichever way around, just to light the path for them. But I'll leave that out the way for them. And they should get to those eventually. Let's see how we're getting along over here. Still a fair bit of way to go for them. And is it probably because we're full, which it is. Okay, so with that said then, let's worry about some other bits and pieces down here. So right now, we have a ton of pretty much everything except these mangoes because they're out of, well, they've been picked clean basically. So let's think about how we can get some more down in here as well. I'm going to get rid of this guy because these have been replaced with an engine. When the water comes through in a couple of days, we could turn this guy off, but it's not really a lot of point. But if we plant mangroves pretty much anywhere they'll go, and we will need a, I believe it's a forester that plants these. Let's have a look. I can't remember. Yes, I think. Could be wrong. We'll find out shortly. Or is it these guys? I think it's a forester. I've completely forgotten, which is not useful. But if we put this guy here, we'll sort out a little path for the guy, like so. And if we just up the priority of that over this business that's happening here. What would be also quite good is if we can get the beavers on top so they can use some of facilities we put in this bit. So these, yes, are shamelessly all for the stats. We will do something very similar. In fact, before we go too crazy and build a load of stuff unnecessarily, let's move those there. We can put a monument there. Probably not that guy because he needs power, but can maybe put this one here, and then one on the opposite side. I think we just need something in the middle. I mean, to be fair, we could put them either side, and they still don't quite reach. But I suppose if we went there, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And in theory, if these become the lowest priority in available to us, it should be fine. It is quite annoying that this is not centered. That will probably cause me pain to look at, but it means moving this, and I don't want to do that. So we will all have to suffer together on that one, I'm afraid. Where's my spare beaver gone? I guess they died. Seemingly so. Hopefully these two... Oh no, in fact they're all dead. Where have they gone? Do these as quickly as humanly possible. Think you're feasibly possible. To be fair, I could just rip them out. I'm not exactly hurting for the wood, to be fair. There is quite a few trees still here. These are in various stages of growth, I suppose. We'll see as things come in on that. So, you know what? We could just do this. It's very dirty, but it makes it even, and that pleases me. So we are good to go without too much trauma. Water's looking okay, and we are now back. Cycle 25. So these guys have been sat on their tails doing pretty much nothing. I will take the beavers put them back into here. So we will be hurting for jobs right now. That was very lucky. We only just lost all the water here. That was very lucky indeed. Okay, well, I'll pause that again for now. It's more important to fill up the water storage than anything else, so get them in here as quickly as possible. So they're going to get around to those as they're nearly done. So there's planks. Planks are doing okay. I've got plenty of those. I think most of that is just shipping it up here, to be fair. They'll get round to that as and when. And we are clear. So goodbye, goodbye, and goodbye. Let's just empty these. Thank you. Didn't want to select it, but that's fine. Let's get these emptied, and they should be able to... Good, that can go. Still full, that can go. Are we full on gears? We are full on gears. Well, goodbye. And I believe we can do that and just tidy up this path just here. Lovely stuff. Okay, so this is where we go and dynamite the lot. So I'm just going to dig a big old pit. So before we needed 4 for the actual width of the things. We need a bit of a nub either side. So we should need 6. And that should... Thank you. I would like to dig it to at least this. And we're going to go all the way to the bottom of the map. I'm going to do that too. So yes, all the way to the bottom of the map. Going to then run a channel in here. And then we're going to build... or at least try to build, the water wheels. And we'll just put them, stack them on top. I think it'll be easy just to run the power up this way, and we can cover this area and move this noise up to the top of the mountain, especially as this gets cleared. We can just either fill this with dirt if necessary, or just cover it with platforms. So we will probably put in a bigger storage up here to facilitate the dynamite, and probably a biggish tank, I think. So extract and dynamite. And it's probably better to get these done sooner rather than later. And I guess if they're working on this as the next job, they have finished over here. They have indeed. Yeah, okay, fine. Fine. Don't think there's going to be a nice way to do this, actually. Unless... Yes, it's a waste. I know. But if we do this... if we do that, we can then not have ugly paths. At least that's my thinking. And these will still reach. And we can still put in some decoration and whatnot if we so wish it. So, kind of a bad move to do that. So, probably... as soon as I change my mind, I will get those put back in. And then the channel will run just straight through there. We will go down to this depth and then just drop it off. Probably cover it back up eventually. Once that power's running, we can then run a power shaft up wherever we want it to be, and we can then start digging down some dirt. We will tunnel probably this way. Just let it flow out the side. And this should be, not that I've calculated anything, but 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. So there'll be 16 wheels there, which should be more than enough for what we need it to be. But what we'll do is we'll just use the overhangs and build a next level up and whatnot as we go. I think that'll be the easiest plan anyway. But we'll see. I could very well easily as break this as much as anything else, so... for now, though, it will do nicely. So, they can work on that as they get to it. Water is not quite full. It'd be nice if it was, but tragically not. I do wonder how they'd build a roof on these things, to be honest. Good, and the bad tide. With any luck, then, we should get hopefully another couple of thousand water in there, but we'll see. I would like to try and get it full as humanly possible. It'd be nice if you could get like a well that you could put over the... obviously it won't work in a bad tide, but you put over the water sources and be able to pump stuff. That would be nice. This guy has done absolutely nothing, so let's get someone in here to plant all that stuff, and let's get the mangroves in that we're missing for here. And in fact, we should be able to get all the way out here. I think that's everything. Okay, there's always one. But we don't really need this guy once everything's in. We just need to worry more about gatherer flags. I guess we don't need to worry about gatherer's flags. Fair enough. We can get that laid in. And then this guy can literally... I don't think there's anything in range for them to get, so it's fine. Not too sure why the water's surging quite like that, but never mind. I would like full stock of water, to be fair, but don't know if we'll get it. Good, okay, so... with those built, are they back up here? They are not, but the hurlers are doing their damnedest here. So this should help the builders finish this much quicker. And then... good, so that's them done. So I think they're a bit better distributed now at least. And we are going to just make these guys homeless, unfortunately. Still plenty of beds though. Kind of screwed up on this, but if we just get rid of that. That was at the Labour Monument. Yeah, gonna be the same this one, so let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's there, isn't it? 1, 2, base. I think so. I think so. Yes, it is. It is. Right, so up in the middle, I would like to not so much put housing in, but I would like to put something... well, probably something not powered, to be fair, but let's put the old scrubbing bush, I think, here. And let's see, decoration. We could be sneaky. We are potentially choosing the mechanics here slightly. I don't know if this would be considered fair play, but let's see. I'm also going to put that there. So we didn't quite fill the water, but we got 1400 out of 1600, so that's fine. I am going to pause these guys again. Just because they can finish pumping this dry, but with a 23-day drought, sorry, bad tide, I'm hoping we can at least get that. Well, we'll leave a lot of the water in here to keep the mangoes going. Now, I am going to unpause this so they can at least fill it up. Which should be perfect for what we need. Oh, wow, we're moving pretty sharp on there. Okay, so the problem will be, once I blow this hole, how do we fill the middle bits? So, a couple of ways I think we can do this. It's going to involve more cheesing, tragically. I say cheesing. Is it really cheesing? I don't think it is. But we are going to use bridges for this, I think. So we can just use some of these to get all the way across and just put loads of these in. We will struggle with this path, so I might have to do some magic with that. But we'll let them dig the hole first, and then just every other one we'll have to put one of these in, unfortunately. And what I think is probably soon time for, especially given the distance they're going to have to be walking across from here, is we're going to need to start looking at tubeways. I am going to just build these over the paths, I think, for now. I don't really want to do anything particularly clever with them just yet. Although I suppose getting down here could be a right royal pain. So it may be that we just take the semi-scenic route. And hopefully these fit in here. So it's going to be a case of there's going to be a stop in town centre, which will be here. In fact, yes. We'll just lower the priority on this for now. So we've got the town centre build, and then we're going to have the house build. House build? That's not really a build, is it? Where is it? We're going to have this one. So we'll be able to drop them off to there. And we're going to need to put one over here in Industrial City. Quite where? I don't know. Could go there, could go there. There's not really a neat place for this to be put, to be fair. Tell you what, we can go there, I think. And let's just knock this down as well. I don't want to rush too much into these just yet. We have most of the bits for it. In fact, we have all the bits for them, but it's then going to be needing metal to get the actual tubes themselves. It's one block and 2 planks. So that will chew through our metal, so we probably need another one of these, to be fair, but maybe it's time for another one of those. We don't have too much scrap, to be fair, but I mean, kind of is, so let's just set this to obtain. Those are set. This should be a supply, which it is. So I'm hoping the haulers will shift it down to here, so this guy then doesn't have to walk too far. I think the haulers do that one. So that's creeping up nicely with half the stuff on, so that's fine. We have 3 spare beavers, so we could put in the metalworks. It might be an idea just to put this here. Yeah, I'm gonna put that there, and then we should be able to ship all the goods out as needed. So metal blocks aren't the best, but I think a contingent of haulers for this area is probably a wise idea. At least in... not gonna have beautiful paths here, unfortunately. So we will have to get rid of that. We could put something there, I suppose. Let's see. We can put a clock here. Frivolous purchase, I know. So let's just drop that down to that. But at least they'll know when it's time to go home and clock off for the day. But I think that puts us in good place for what we want. These need to be low priority. Thank you. These will suck all of our logs and planks quite drastically, which I don't really want to do at this moment. Cool. So, hopefully then... Are we out of explosives? Yes. Yes, we are. I guess we need another explosive factory as well. So, that just takes bad water to get the dynamite. We have a ton of bad water, so that's fine. They are both pumping, right? Yes. So, I think it's going to be... wherever it is, in here, I think. I think this is going to be best case for that, so we are still fine. Science is going down, but we can always turn this back on if we need to. But I don't think there's that much left to purchase, to be fair. I don't think we're doing district crossings. We're not getting small row houses. We could... Needs power as well, crikey. Okay. Are we out of cassavas? I think we are. And they're not really picking much out of there because we're full on everything else. So... Canola... Okay, we've got a ton of canola seeds. We're just not going through it. So as long as they're backed up, I think that's okay. I really would like to move these, to be fair. That's cassavas, and it's just that the storage is full. Yes, okay, fine. I don't mind being backed up on there and beavers doing nothing, although I will. Not doing soybeans, oh wait, it's eggplants. Yeah, fair enough. I will pause this guy. And hopefully this guy can keep up. Coffee though, coffee might be an idea. We're not growing coffee, but while this guy is making hay, or however the saying goes, let's just sort out these paths. And I'm hoping, with any luck, if we lay in coffee here, this guy has something to do. I believe they plant coffee. Yes. Obviously not at night time. And with any luck, that can come in and we can get a brewery in somewhere. How big is it, actually? That's probably what I should have checked before I just laid all this down. Damn. That would have been nice if it fitted. But it doesn't. So... I think I'm just going to put that there. Just for lack of anything better to do. Should be able to run those. That should be 300 all in anyway, so that's fine. This is probably not enough coffee, but this guy should be able to plant more goods this way. So let's do that, shall we? How are these planted then? If this guy can't reach. Huh? Well, I'm very confused, but never mind. So, we will leave these in. They can get the coffee pulled out the ground. Oh, there's a scrap metal here. Let's get rid. Goodbye. We can have some of the storage areas somewhere else. So we're going to need coffee, and that coffee is going to live up here somewhere. Ah, good. So that is what we need, and just for ease, I am going to landscape me these. Then I'm going to run the tube straight down here. I'm going to jump down here. I don't think I can build over that. can't really. Pathing is going to be an issue, but I think that's a opportunity for next time. So with that said, I think it's probably about best to wrap up the episode without first setting these off. What in God's name are you doing? So now you come and get logs. Right, okay. Are you coming for these as well? No. You're full? You're not full. Okay. Before they come back, I am going to explode these. So hold on to your ears. And nobody died. Lovely stuff. And so begins the pit, which is similar to the underground pit we were building but are now abandoned. We're going to need to change the path over this way. We're like doing this, followed by this, but we can let them get that built next time. And then we're going to have to lay in 1 trillion of these bad boys. Oh, these ones, to be fair. And just every other one, just lay these in. And that should allow them to dig the entire pit, plus build the wheels, which is probably going to be more important longer term. We could probably do something with tubeways going across it, to be fair, but that's a problem for next time. Okay, as soon as they're finished. Trying to wrap up here. Yes. Yep, right, done. So, as I was saying... Oh, God. Still trying to wrap up. Still trying to wrap up. Ugly paths, please. Ugly paths. And get rid of these. And that. I think she'll still be happy. Good. Right. So as I was saying, that's it for this episode. We've got quite a bit done, I think, especially starting with this up here. We can look to fix some of the other issues with the constructions that's going to need to be here, which is going to need a lot of wood from the bridges. I think we're in a good situation with the water. I think we're actually... okay, we're not full. But we have got quite a bit done. We're going to need to expand the canola up this way a bit more. I think it's... well, squeezing, not so much the... out of the ground. We're going to need to pull these out to get these eggplants up, I think. Although they're full also. But we can rip them out of the ground and then plant them again, so that's fine. Water is still good, as I've said. Vegetables and whatnot is been expanded. We've got coffee coming, so the brewery is going to go in. There's no one in it anyway, so that's fine. And yeah, I think we're good. So if you have any comments or questions, please throw them in down below, and I'll see you guys next time.